212. Okay. Let's try this again. Let's try it again.
All right.
Let's get some video. Let's get some video. And we back. We back for the second take around. You know what I mean? Had to redo it because of technical stuff. You know what I mean? And it's okay. Raj.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. Yo, it's really trying to play with me like it's messing up, and I don't like that. Hello. Hi. Welcome.
Hello.
So for those of you who do not know, this is Rajane. Rajane is one of the seasoned, one of the older members who were part of the Runway Cuties. And yes, Raj, how you feeling? How's life going for you so far?
Good.
So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Tell me, what made you get into modeling in the first place?
What made me get into modeling? I don't know. I started modeling at 11, 12. Never mind. I think the computer working. I started modeling like 11, 12. I was probably like 6th, 5th grade. What started? I met this lady named Miss Colleen, and she basically put me into the program. And that's when I did with Mr. Cole, and then that's when I found job and started modeling Runway Cuties since.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, since after that.
How would you describe your experience modeling with the Runway Cuties?
You said what you say?
How would you describe your experience modeling with the Runway Cuties?
My experience was good. I mean, it wasn't a lot of older people. I mean, they wasn't like permanent, so it was like in and out. I was basically hanging out with Demi, Danae, all the little kids. They basically became like my little sister, so it was a fun experience, to be honest.
For sure. What would you say, if you had to say anything, what were some of the pros and cons with modeling with the Runway Cuties?
Pros, I got to like travel over. We went to Atlanta, and then I got to like do different shows, meet different people and stuff. I got to show off different fashions. I got to keep some clothes, which is kind of
Whoop.
I don't think there's no cons because like it wasn't nothing bad. The only thing bad to me was like I just didn't have nobody my age to like talk to and stuff like that. But other than that, it wasn't nothing really bad about the Runway Cuties.
That's real. It's good that, I mean, you got a lot of positive things to say. It's good that you took a lot from it. What would you say were some of the most important lessons that you learned while being with the Cuties?
The most important lesson.
Yeah, you already know how my mom's is. You already know how mom does for serving up gems.
Give me an example. I'm trying to think.
You are okay. All right. So say how walk with confidence, right? That was something she was very, very big on, always walking with confidence on and off the runway. Things like that. You know, like what were some of the things that were said by some of the either my mother or my sisters, because they helped train y'all as well. What were some of the things that really stuck out to you?
Wait, what's the question again? I forgot.
What were some of the most important lessons, or some of the most important lessons that you took away from being with the Cuties? Some of the things that, you know, when they were said to you, they really stuck out, or some of the things that you learned along that way that you still hold value in today?
I would say leadership. That's what I would say. Because when you were running Cuties, you're with, like, I was older than everybody else. I was probably like 16. They were like 9, 6, 5. So I was just like, it was basically like a leader. So that took on until high school when I joined the cheerleading team. Basketball wasn't my skill, but I joined basketball and I did track. And then for all track years from 9th to 12th, I basically had like, it was high school and middle school. So they didn't really have a captain. So I took in that leadership role and kind of like became their bigger sister, helped them with practice, tell them like what race they need to be in, what time to stretch and stuff like that. So Runway Cutie taught me definitely leadership. And I would say being humble. They taught me that too. Cause like when you doing a sport, I don't like to brag. So I just be like, they be like, you bad, you not good. I'm like, okay. And then when the sport come, my event come, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna show y'all. And then I show y'all. Then everybody can say that I was humble because like I don't let people get me on my curve. Like somebody can say, you not fast. I'm like, okay. Me come, I come race. I win.
Just watch, just watch.
Yeah. I'm like, they be like, oh, you fast. I meant I am. So I say leadership, and it taught me to be humble.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, those are definitely two things that moms definitely stresses. Even with the household where me and my sisters grew up, they taking charge and being leaders, and always to remember to there's times to flex, but then there's also times to just be humble, just keep that humility, and just stay grounded. So, nah, that's definitely real. That's definitely real. What would you say were some of the fun experiences, like a show or something that where you genuinely had a really, really fun time that day?
You take me back to my old days. Now I don't remember.
You've been out for a while, man. You've been out the game for a while.
I sure have. Let me see. I would say going down Atlanta, that was fun. The car ride, the whole trip, sleeping on the bed, that was pretty fun. And then I would say at the old church, like I think when I first started modeling with y'all, that's when I had Demi, Danae, Sakaya, Serenity, Bria, and like another older girl. So it was like more older people at the time. So that was pretty fun. Like I got to no, and when we went to the what's the thing called? Howard Theater. Howard Theater, and I got to be in my first red carpet and stuff. That was pretty fun.
That was lit. What was that like being on your first red carpet?
It was different because like at first I thought like people really wasn't paying attention to me because I was like the only taller one. It was like everybody else. I'm like, maybe they're not really taking no picture of me, so I'm not even going to really pose. I ain't gonna smile. I'm like, I'm just a little here, there.
Yeah.
But then people kind of come to me, I like your suit. I like how you look. I'm just like, okay, they're actually paying attention to me. So like, maybe I gotta stop thinking so much and just be there in the moment and kind of experience it. So yeah.
That's real. That's real. Nah, you had it's an experience where you had to adjust, in the moment. It's just like you said, it wasn't something that you're used to. You know what I mean? Especially all of that attention at once. Like you were already modeling, but that kind of attention at once where it's like a real like, New York, London runway fashion show and like red carpet. Yeah, that could definitely be something to adjust to. Now Moms is famous for her fashion. I mean, the tips that she would give y'all. So what would you say are some of the most memorable fashion tips that she gave y'all? As far as like how to wear certain things, what to wear, what not to wear. What's some of those tips that you would You ain't been out. I know you've been out for a while.
I remember like she tried to make us like like some like color coordinate. Like she tried to make us like match themes, like maybe red and orange or like purple and green. Like she tried to make us step out our comfort zone, basically. Like sometimes at first when I was at first in school, I never wore bow ties, and then I started modeling y'all. I started getting to the bow ties, the little necklaces, the headbands, the socks. I'm like, okay, I've stepped my game up. Then the hair, like go big or go home, like crazy hair. That was another thing.
As we see now. As we see now.
Crazy hair, and I would say patterns. Like I make pictures with patterns. Like I had on flowers and stripes or something. Like, yeah, definitely. But now I feel like I don't do that as much because like I've grown up. But definitely middle school, I definitely did. And now I try to like match certain colors. Like I know red is my favorite color now. So I got a lot of red in there. So I try to like wear like older stuff, but try to make it like go together. Like bell bottoms, like a plain shirt with like some something like that. Like some slight.
Right. Right. You mentioned being taken out of your comfort zone and having to adjust. Do you find yourself applying that same mentality to other areas of life now, stepping out of your comfort zone and just being comfortable there?
I would definitely say during high school, like my fashion, because like I didn't wear a uniform, so I get to wear everything I want. So I'm just like, some days people's like, "What you got on?" This, that, and the third. I'm just like, you don't really know. Like some people, they be like, "Why you got that on? You look a mess. You this, that, and the third." I'm like, I had to adjust to people always having something negative to say, and then I had to adjust to like the negative people, and then you got your friends that be like, "Yeah, girl, you look good. Where you get this from?" So I just had to adjust to him both sides, not just the positive side. Some kid had to adjust, and definitely in high school with fashion. College, I don't really have to like. The thing I probably had to adjust to is talking to like the people on my track, like the upperclassmen, because normally I'd be by myself, cool. And I talk to like few teammates, but now I had to really step out and talk to the whole team, the coaches, other different teams. So yeah, that's it.
Okay, okay. So you mentioned how now you at Bowie State, right? You at college. You at Bowie State with me, Bulldogs, best HBCU, best HBCU out there. You know what I mean? Real quick before we wrap this up, I want to ask you, what made you decide to go to college, and specifically, what made you decide to go to Bowie State?
Okay, well, first I didn't want to go to. I didn't want to go to Bowie State, but I always knew that I want to go. I always knew that I want to go to HBCU. So first I had Oregon on my mind because I ran track. I'm like, okay, I got that man. I'm like, I'm fast. Maybe I can go to Oregon.
Uh-huh.
My mom was like, nah, that's too far. What if something happened? I'm just like, okay, cool. Let me take that into consideration. Then I was going to LSU. I'm just like, colors cool, purple and yellow. I could see me there.
Uh-huh.
Then she was like, that's still too far. Like, okay, she put my dreams down. I go to Virginia. I was like, okay, bet. Virginia State, that's closer. That's DMV. She was like, nah. She's like, go to Merlin School. Because I
So
work at University of Merlin.
Robin
So
is the reason. Robin is the reason. What you're telling me.
yeah. So then I was just like, all right. She was like, so you got between Bowie State, Towson, Morgan, University of Maryland, University of Maryland Eastern Shore. And I applied for Frostburg. I'm just like, and I'm just like, okay, cool. So then I just came down to Bowie State. I was like, okay, I seen the campus in black and yellow. It's nice little colors. I was gonna go to Towson. I'm just like, it's not a HU.
Uh-huh.
I want to see people get the culture, get to meet. I go to Bowie State, and I actually had fun. I ain't gonna lie, I did. My freshman year, it was definitely a good experience. And I would say I want to go to college because I want to be the first to graduate because nobody else, they probably did like graduate high school or did 2 years of college but didn't graduate. So I want to be the first and my family to graduate and just to make everybody proud, put my school on the map. That's definitely a big one. I want definitely everybody that came that helped my journey since dance, modeling, cheerleading, track. I want to put like everybody on the map. So I definitely would want to graduate from high school, college, and then do something big with my life. Definitely.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, that's real. Well, Raj, I'm gonna let you go. It's been real talking to you. You know you're a fellow Bulldog, so you always got my support. That's on the game. That's always on the game. Much love. Shout out you. Shout out Robin and Mon Dukes in the back. And yeah, appreciate you. Have a good one.
See you.
All right, everyone, wait, let me get the music pumping back. I gotta end with the music. This has been another edition of Runway Cuties. Where are they now? Life after the Runway series. I've been your host, the Mouth with the Mouth, no doubt, Project MC, and I will see y'all next time for the next episode. Peace, power, and prosperity to you. I'm out.